Hey folks, welcome back. As you can see on the screen, we have already covered six chapters from this, and now we are moving to chapter 7 and 8. So, in this video, I will solve this chapter 7 and chapter 8. So, let's start with chapter 7. Okay, so you can see this is the chapter 7. It is all about lists and keys. So, yeah, so when rendering a list of items in React, we generally use JavaScript's Array.map feature, okay, to turn data into JSX elements. But there is a crucial rule of keys prop in this. So the thing is actually React needs a unique key for each item, so it can efficiently track additions or removals or updations in the DOM element. Okay. Uh, yeah, so that is all the reason to use key prop. And you can see there is a important note is there. So never use array index as a key if the list can be reordered or filtered. Use a stable unique id instead. Yeah, that is true. We should never use array index as the key. We can use anything like unique key id, like you can see this in this data. We have id 1 2 3. Okay, like we can use anything except the index of the array. Okay, that's all. So let's go to the question. You can see we use map in this way, dot map. Now the task. Given this data, we have this data here. This is to do. So I think this exercise is all about making a to do app. Uh, that is where we generally use dot map. Okay, so we have a array of items. Okay, list of items, you can say. This is actually objects. It has id, attribute, text, and done. Okay, then the question says render all to-dos in a UL. Okay, we have to make an unordered list. Each li should have data id to-do.id. Okay, and we have to display the text. Next, completed to-dos should have class name done. Okay, the to-dos that has already completed, we should mark them class name as done. Then add a button with id filter button. Okay, we have to make a button that toggles between showing all and active only. Okay, so it is to filter the items, the to do items. Now add a span id count showing the number of visible items. Okay, so we have to show the visible items. Okay, we have to show the number of visible items. Okay, got it. Now this is our boilerplate code. There is a function app. We have the data inserted here, and there is a use state. Okay, show all and set show all. I think this use state is used for this one, this toggle feature. Okay, show all, set show all. Initial value is true. Okay, now return. We have to make our. I have to write the logic here. Okay, got it. So first of all, what we can do is the first requirement, you can say the unordered list. So we should start with that. We can write ul. Okay, ul with id to do list. So I prefer copying this exact thing. It's already in question, so no issue in copying. Okay, now inside ul we generally have li. So but we have to use the array.map, right? This map feature. So we have an array here. You can see to dos. So I will do to dos. Not like this. We are writing JSX. So to add JavaScript elements, we use this curly braces. So to dos, yeah, you can see in the suggestions to dos.map. And this is the general way to write the dot map. Okay, to do, like the single to do implies. Sorry, oh, what is happening? Okay, implies round braces. Now we can write our li elements. Okay, the li elements. So um, we should show what the to do dot text. So to do in the curly braces, right? To do dot text. Yeah, you can see here all this text here, learn React, all these to dos. And in the li we have to insert these some keys and the ids. Okay, as you know we are doing keys, so it is very important to give the keys for each li. We will give the to do dot id as key. Okay, again the reminder is don't give the array index for the key, use something else. Okay, like this. And next week it is already given to add this, so we are going to add data.id here. And next, what next is, it is written that completed to do should have class name done. Okay, for this one we can write a logic like this. Class name is, see, we have an attribute to done. Okay, done in this to do's object, so done true, we can rely on that. So depending on the value of done, we can, I mean, uh, add this class name. Okay, so the logic would be like this. We can use the what is that called, conditional operator or ternary operator, whatever that is called. Class name to do dot name. I mean to do dot what, done. Done. If it is true, we will add done. Okay. Otherwise, we will keep it empty. Yeah, that's all. To do dot done. Okay. Is there any problem? Okay, not comma, should be colon. Okay, you can see in the preview section, um, the first one is true. So if we add the class name in this li, there is a strike mark in that particular to do. Okay, that looks very good. Now next is to add a button. Okay, inside, no, outside the ul. We can move outside the ul and we have to add a button with, okay, let's say create a button with id filter button. We will give id as filter. Okay, let me copy it. I usually copy this id name because it's very sensitive. If you make any little mistake, you will end up finding the bugs. Okay. Now in this button that toggles between showing all and active only. Okay. To do this, what we can do is, this button has a ID. If we click that button, it will toggle between all and active only. So we should write a on click handler. Okay, on click handler. Oh, sorry, on click, and inside that we can write this. We can use this use state here. Yeah, this use state we can use it. Set show all to negative. Show all. Okay, we can do like uh, this to set show all to negative of show all. Yeah, awesome. Okay, not working here. Next, what we can do is, what, okay, we have to write a logic. We can again use the ternary operator. Like if show all is true, then what? Then we should show all, something like this. Otherwise, we have to write active only, as it is given in the question. See, this toggle is working, but this section is not working. For this, we have to do something else. What can we do to make this toggle button is working, but this is not affecting this entire list? Okay, so to do this, yeah, mm, instead of using this raw, yeah, let me show you first. Let me code it, then I will explain you. We can filter those to do item before doing the map, before mapping it. Yeah, we can something do like constant visible items, and we will. if the show all is true, if the show all is true, then we will store the to dos, okay, the exact to dos to this variable. If the show all is true, okay, then we will store this raw to dos list to this visible items. If it is not, then we will filter those to do items like this to dos dot to dos dot filter. We can use filter to do, and it will be filtered like uh, uh, which one, um, to do dot done, right? Am I right? I think this will work. So what we are doing here, if the show all is true, okay, show all is this use state. If this is true, then we are going to save to do's to this visible items. Okay, if show all is false, then the user don't want to show everything. He or she only want to show the active only items. So this active only items means to do dot done is negative. Next, we can use this visible items. I can copy it, and instead of using the raw to do, I can use this. I think that will fix the problem. Yeah, you can see it. If I click this, if I click all, wait. Uh, did I make mistake? I don't think so. Okay, this one should interchange it. Active only will be this one, and this will be what all. Great. Whoa, that's great. See, these are the all to-do lists. Okay, you can see this strike means it is already completed. So let's say the user don't want to see this. Okay, this strike button, this strike item or what. So he or she can click active only. It will show the active only to do. Again, if the user wants to toggle this button, it is working. The last task is to do is the add a span to ID count. Okay, showing the number of visible items. Okay, visible items. So see, in this case, the visible items are three. If I click this, it must change to two. So we have to do according to that. Okay, what we can do, it is pretty simple. We at the end we can just add a span with ID count, and inside that we can simply write a logic like um, first of all, what we don't have to write a logic. We are already did the entire logic in this visible item, so we can just simply write visible items dot length. I think that will work. Yeah, to make it look pretty, I can use visible items. Okay, you can see. Okay, you can see this visible items 3. If I click active only, the visible items change to 2. Okay, all all the products, I mean all the items of the to do, visible item 3. I want to say active only, so 2 items only active and visible items are 2. I think it covers the entire task. Let me check. Oh, there are some mistakes. Initially renders all 3 to dos. What? Especially 3 items found 2. Completed to do has class name done. Yeah, I have already mentioned this done, right? Yeah, this one. I've already mentioned this. No li with data id 1. How? This is the data id. If it is showing means it is id number 1. What's the problem here? Count shows number of visible items. Yeah, count should show 2 after filtering. See, I'm filtering it, it is showing 2. What is the problem here? I don't understand. Hmm, right count. Everything is done, right? So all push button. Okay. I don't know, everything is looking clean and perfect. Nice this. And everything you can see the previous section, this is completely working fine. According to the question, it is satisfying all the test cases, but here it's not working. I don't know why. Check it again. Okay, so you can see it is already working perfectly in this um, previous section. So I think the code is completely correct. This test section may have some issues. So um, we should move to the next one. Okay, yeah, this is chapter 8, and this is all about forms and controlled components. Okay, forms and controlled components. So uh, actually, the thing is in plain HTML or in JavaScript, form elements store their own value in the DOM. Okay, but in React, we prefer controlled components where React acts, I mean, where React state acts as the single source of truth for the inputs value. It is better to show the standard pattern to you. You can see this one is the pattern. As you know, we generally use input text area select for the form elements, and but in the control components, the value is driven by React state. Okay, so we are focusing upon the React state. So everything is depend on the React state. That is all about this control components. So this is the pattern that you have to remember, especially this one, this onChange events event here. Okay, yeah, that's all. Next, we should move to the task. Yeah. So here build a registration form. Wow, I like forms. So first one is a text input for name with ID name input. Okay, we have a text input for name. Similarly, we have to do for email. Okay, with ID email input. Next for role. This is select means select we use for the drop down values. If we click the button, it will show a drop down, and there are few options. There are multiple options, and we can choose one option. Okay, as the input. Here the options are students, developer, and designer. Okay, next a submit button with ID submit button. Okay, all inputs must be controlled. Yeah, this part is very important. Okay, value plus unchange. This is the pattern actually. We while building any type of form in React, whether it may be a login form or a survey form or anything. Okay, we should always follow this controlled inputs. I mean, this standard we should always follow. Okay, this is very helpful, unlike JavaScript, the plain JavaScript. Yeah. So on submit, prevent page reload. Okay, we should prevent page reload on submit and show a div with ID summary. Okay, we should show the name, email, and the role that the user input. The summary should be only appear after submission. Okay, got it. So this is okay. So it is asking to make the entire form. You can see this is our boilerplate code, and this is the use states we have. Yeah, yeah. To make it as a controlled component, we should make everything. I mean, we should use everything with the use state. Okay, we should consider everything as a state so that we can change it later. There is a handle submit function is there. Okay, and there is a form. Okay, nice. Okay, let me start solving it. First of all, I'll start with this form. Okay, uh, leave it space. Okay, form. Um, for every form I can make. I mean, for every item I can make a div. Okay, I prefer making a div. You can or you can skip that also, but I prefer to make a div, and inside that I input the label and the input. Okay, so first. As you know, in the forms we add label, and label it. This label is for the name. Okay, we can simultaneously see the preview section with ID, this name input. This is the ID, so we'll put as name input. Great. Oh, wait. This is asking a text input for name. Okay, wait. This ID is for the text input, for the input. Okay, this one. Here we should write this ID, not in the label section. Here we can add one more thing, HTML for, yeah, we also generally add this for a better, I mean, this is a standard purpose of writing a form. Okay, so HTML for, I can name it as the same ID name input. Next, after ID, I mean, before ID, I should add the type of the input, that should be the text. Okay, you can see, I can write the text here. Now, type done, ID done, I should add the value here. Value as the what? Yeah, I should put this state. Yeah, the state name is name, so I should put the value as name. Now, as you know, we are doing the controlled components. We should follow this standard pattern. This one on change. Okay, so I'm going to write this, the same thing here in the input. On change e set name e dot target value. Yeah, it is already done. I think this part is over. This name part is over. Okay, so see, this value and this on change is related. This is the state, and this is where we are updating that state. Okay, according to the user's input. Next, I can copy it and make another div. The email one is also similar. Okay, we just have to change this. I mean, this one as email input, and this as email, and this text type, it is should be type as email type. Okay, and this one is also email input. Value is email. Let me check the state. Okay, which one? Wait, not here. Yeah, email. Yeah, email set email, and here set email e to target value. Yeah, this one is also done. Now next what? Now it's time to do make a drop down element, that is using select. So we are select, and what do we have to select? We have to select the role. Okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot to make the div first. Div. Okay. Now inside that div, should add a label as we are doing. Uh, for the table HTML4, um, role select. I'm keeping the HTML4 name as the ID name. Okay. So this is for the role. Okay. Why this entire thing disappeared? I don't know. Oh, sorry. I by mistakenly gave the curly braces. Now the select. Now what are the options here? Student. You can see the options as student, developer, and designer. You can write the options. Pretty simple. Okay. Student. I can just copy this, paste this, and make it developer, and this to designer. Cool. Now we have to add same type of ID here that we were doing in the previous, like in the email and the name. We will add ID role select. It is already given in the question. Next, what should we add? Yeah, the same thing. Value. Value as what? We have role. You can see role and set role. Okay. So where it is, yeah, role, and another thing, this on change. Okay. On change. uh, event. This E is the event object. Okay, here event is we enter anything. Let's say we enter. Okay, let me complete the code. Then I will explain to you. Set role to what? E dot target dot value. Done. You can see here the event is if we click this and we if we click it, see the default value is here student. If we select developer, we make an event. Okay, we create an event. So that event will I mean when that specific event occur, this set role function setter function will work. Okay, and it will change this interface to developer. Previously it was student, it will change to developer. Similarly, if I write, let's say, let's say A here, an event occurred. Okay, so it is very crucial for us to make these events so that user will do the, I mean, user will complete this entire form in a very smooth manner. Okay, okay, everything is working. Yeah. So this one is done. This one is done. Next is on submit prevent page reload. Okay, on submit. So yeah, for the submit, we have to make another button here. Submit button. Submit. Okay. Wow, the submit button is looking nice. And with the wait a minute, where is the submit button? Okay. Yeah, this one. Submit button with ID. Submit button. This is the ID. Yeah, and the button type we should also give, that is submit. Type as submit. Okay. This is our submit button. That's done. Next, on submit, prevent page reload and show a div. Okay, show a summary. For this, what we can do is, okay, on submit, right? So if you remember, we have a handle submit function here. This is a handler. We usually call this as a handler in React. It generally work in these cases, like if we click the submission, you have to handle that submission. Okay, we can create many types of handler depending on the purpose. Okay, so here what we can do is handle submit means if we click that submit button, what will happen? We will write that logic here. First one is prevent page reload. So we do this as, I mean, like this e dot prevent default or something like that. I think e dot prevent default. Let's see here. This is the event. You can see we will stop the page reload. Okay. Next, we have to show the summary. Um, we can show the summary here. Yeah. See, see. There is another state here for submitted. Set submitted, and the submitted value is false. Okay. If you click on the submit button, it should be converted to true. So we should change the state here. So set what submitted this one to true. I think it is correct. Yeah, this handle submit work is over, I guess. Now we should just show the summary. We can add this inside the form. We Yeah, we can do this inside the form. So how to show this? It is pretty simple. Wait. It is no. We have to, yeah. See, the summary should only appear after the submission. After the submission means what? The user click the submit button. When the user, I already told you that when the user click the submit button, the submitted state, this submitted state will become true. So we should follow that, right? Let me show you. Submitted, we can use the and operator. Submitted, if it is true, then we can do like this and do what? If it is submitted, then you can wait a minute. You can make a div. Yeah, you can make a div, and inside that you can just write name to the name, simple, and name after that email to email, and we can add the role, role to role, role. Yep, I think it is done. Wait. There is another thing that the div should be with ID summary. We have the div here, so we will give the ID as summary. I hope the spelling is correct. Otherwise, it will make some inconsistent UI. Let me see. I hope it is working. Let's test it. Yeah, let's test it. My name is Abhijit. Okay, I'm giving ABH. Okay, AB anything. ASB at the rate gmail.com. Okay, I am a developer, so I'll choose it. If I click the submit, see, everything is showing as the summary section here. Very good. This is working. You can see the name. You can see the email here. You can see the role here. There is no gap, but it is okay. Right. Yeah, let me give some. Will it work? I don't know. See, the summary section is not showing now. It is only show whenever the user click the submit button. Abhijit and ASB, yeah, developer, submit. See, yeah, now it is looking great. Name, email, and the role. Cool. I think I completed the every task. Let me check. Oh, every test case is passed, and but except this summary not shown before submission. Summary should okay. What summary should not visible before submission. It is not showing before submission, right? It's showing after submission. What is the problem here? I don't know. Uh, Submitted. We yeah. Let's see. See, you can see right. It is not showing. It is said that summary should not be visible before submission. We wrote the name. We wrote the email. We wrote. I mean, we did. We input everything, but the summary is not showing. Whenever I click the submit, it is showing the summary. So the test case should be passed, right? Why it is not showing this? I don't know. Should I see the answer? There is a show solution option also. Should I see it or should I debug it more? I think I should see it because from my perspective, I mean, from my point of view, it is working perfectly. So it should pass all the test cases, but it is not passing somehow. Let me see the solution here. Yeah. So this is the solution. Okay, the summary part is right. Yeah. This is the summary part. Submitted. Yeah, it is also the solution is also showing the same thing. You can let me compare it. Submitted and yeah, div ID. We've made a div with ID summary. Yeah, perfectly good. Let me see the button. Button with ID submit, type submit. Yeah, yeah. Options are also good. Wait, there are some values in the student in the options. Is it necessary? I don't know. You can see there's options. There are values. Okay, student value as This is we can add this. I think we should add this because hmm, we should add this because we were adding here also. Yeah, see, we have added here, but we didn't have added here. Let me see. But I don't think that can solve this issue. Let me see. Let me add the value student, and similarly, I can add the value here as developer value what designer. Let me check. Oh, it solved the issue actually. Nice. I don't know how it solved, but great. So remember, guys, you should add the values here also in the options also. I made that mistake. I admit that. You should never do that. Okay, great. All the test cases has passed. Yeah, this one is over now. I think I should move back to that list and keys section. That is the section 7. Let me see what was the mistake here. Why? Uh, what? I didn't make any changes. Previously, it was showing that no test case has passed, but I just back to this section and click the check. It passed everything. I don't know. It may be some server issue of this platform. I don't know. But the code is completely correct, guys, because this preview, this I mean this uh, product is working fine. Like this logic, every logic is working. Yeah. So we have already completed the chapters, as you can see. Let me go to this. Yeah, we have completed 8 chapters from 44 chapters. In the next video, I will solve chapter 9 and chapter 10, that is context API and custom hooks. These two are very, very important in React. Okay, if you're learning React, these two are very, very important. Context API is generally used for solving the prop drilling issue, and custom hooks will make your code, code base easy and beautiful. Okay, so you can create your custom hooks like so. You there it is not necessary that you will find your suitable hooks all the time. So sometimes you have to make your own custom hooks. Yeah, that's all. This is everything in this video. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.